Gets none of that, but he's riffling chips. Does he dare?
Well, the ever-aggressive Hungarian. Looks like he's going to fire again, Vince.
Oh!
Well, he's fired shell number 2 here. Bluffing this pot.
Looks down to a jack 3, quickly folds that.
Over to our chip leader, Andras.
Goes out, JC Moussa, the cash player, also folding. So now it's around to Gevork Kasabyan. He's got just a 3-2 from Hollywood, California.
Yeah, moved to the U.S. 22 years ago.
Make it reasonable. Thank you.
He bucks his hands, so battle of the blinds. Tree wing now, looking at a 6-4.
130.
Yeah.
Makes it 130,000 to go. But oh, that play is not going to work. As Raymond Dolan has picked up 2 bullets in the big blind. Just what you dream about.
A raise.
Youngest of 10 kids. What an exciting moment to pick up aces right now.
275.
I was just joking. You win.
No, he can't get the action he wanted though. As Huynh folds. So nicely done by the 23-year-old Raymond Dolan, brother of Tim Pham.
Well, Tim Pham, one of the great poker players in the world. He's made 2 WPT final tables. He's here sweating his little brother in tonight.
Playing the nuts in here.
Everybody who plays wants to be the one playing, but you know, there's a different level of like excitement when it's one of your brothers in there. You know, he works hard. I mean, that's why he's got that good determination in playing. He's a good kid. Hopefully, it'll pan out.
He's a good kid, and Tim's a good big brother, Vince, because he staked him in this tournament.
I love family. JC Moussa on this hand, quickly folding.
Man, give your brother a call, Benny. Maybe he'll put you in next week.
Dr. Gevork going out. And now the venture capitalist Tree looks down to the awful looking 8-3. But what is he up to here, Mike?
140.
Well, this amateur player is taking the bull by the horns here. He raised last time with a 6-4 offsuit. Now he's raising with an 8-3 offsuit.
Makes it 140, quick fold by Raymond. Mike Kamran also out.
And to make a raise like that with this garbage hand against the chip leader in the big blind takes a lot of moxie.
And can he get the Hungarian beach boy out? Yes, he does. So nicely done by Tree Wing, the venture capitalist. Mike, I got to ask you, what is a venture capitalist?
Well, that's a guy that raises money to invest in business ventures, and he hopefully makes money for his partners.
Right, I'm going to start saying I'm one of those guys. Who knows the difference? Right now, in this next hand, Mike Kamran has gone all in on the short stack with just a 10-7 of diamonds.
Well, Vance, he's got to make a move here before long. At least he feels like he does. Give himself a shot here, so he's just making a move.
Yeah.
While he's got enough chips where perhaps he can scare everybody out.
Koroknai out, JC Moussa also out. Into Dr. Gevork, who has a pretty big ace-jack. By the way, he's not really a doctor. I just like saying that.
Mike Kamran right now is just saying, please go away. Let me just have the blinds and antes. I don't really want to have to get real lucky here to stay alive.
Well, he's made the call. Tree Wing now with a king 10. He's out, as is Raymond Dolan.
So here we go. Mike Kamran's tournament life could be over here. We talked about finishing 7th at the Bay 101 tournament. He could finish 6th here at the LA Poker Classic unless he gets lucky here.
He's just taking a shot. He's on the short stack. Put it in, but he's up against a big hand, ace-jack.
There comes the flop. Let's come 8-9-5. So an open-end straight draw. Wow. For Mike Kamran. He can now win the pot with a jack or a 6. He'll take the lead with a 10 or a 7. And a 7 comes right off on the turn. Now, jack won't help Gevork anymore. He must catch an ace or a 10 to win this pot. That's all he can win with, an ace or a 10. See if he can do it. Good ace on the river. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh. Well, heartbreak for Mike Kamran. Caught a dream card on the turn to take the lead.
Yeah, no, that was in the world,
Had
man.
to catch an ace or a 10 on the river, and he had a 10. So that's going to do it. From the Poker Pro out of LA, Mike Kamran going to be out tonight in 6th place.
He'll take home $246,000.
I have to make a stand. Got unlucky on the river. What can I say?
His hopes were up. He had the dream alive. Sucked out on the river. Stay tuned. We have 5 players remaining here at the Commerce Casino, and we're coming back for more action on the World Poker Tour.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
4 out of these 5 remaining players got in this tournament by winning a $1,000 satellite. Only Raymond Dolan bought in for the $10,000. It was actually his brother Tim Fan that bought him in.
Going after close to 1.8 million. Let's go to the felt. JC Moussa with a quick fold. And now Gevork Kasabyan, the local pro out of Hollywood, California, also folding.
It's over to Tree. He looks down at ace-10. He's on the button. Obviously this hand figures to be favorite against the 2 blind hands.
130.
And he's going to make it 130,000 to go.
To the restaurateur, he goes out, and now Andras looking down at an ace-7.
Get the ace-7 offsuit. He's got the big chip lead.
Raise.
And he is going to raise it, Vince.
Yep.
He's not calling with the ace-7 offsuit. He is coming right over the top. Going to raise it another 230,000 more.
That is right. The Hungarian beach boy putting the pressure on Tree Wing.
I can tell you, folks, if you're sitting in Tree seat right now, you're thinking, this ace-10 doesn't look so big anymore, especially when you're going up against the chip leader who could bust you out of this tournament if you opt to play this hand and lose it. It's just too much pressure against the chip leader. Tree opts to lay his hand down, and what a nice play by the Hungarian there.
With his buddies at Redondo Beach, California, renting the beach house.
I actually folded a real hand there.
What a story this is.
It is.
And he got in this tournament by winning a $1,000 satellite. That would be able to buy that beach house if he wins this tournament.
Well, he's very aggressive, but back to this hand. Raymond Dolan quickly folds. And back to the Hungarian, who just has a 7-4, also going away.
Over to JC Moussa. Well, he looks down at ace-9 on the button, so he's in position. It's a hand that most pros would raise with, certainly, in this situation. JC doing just that. Makes it 135,000 to go.
Gevork will lay down his hand, and now Tree Wing picking up the sometimes ominous ace-queen.
My hand's so big, I have no idea how much to raise. Hold on. Let me figure it out. 375.
But he's going to make it 375,000 to go. Usually when people have big hands, they don't make that kind of speech.
Well, this could spell a little trouble here for the cash game pro JC Moussa.
Well, the big question is, does JC believe him or not? We've seen how aggressive that Tree has been so far at this final table, just raising on junk all the time, and he doesn't believe him, Vince. He's moved all in on him.
Yep, and short stack, he's going to push.
I need some help here, buddy.
Wing is going to make him talk.
Show me your hand. I'll tell you. Pretty honest guy.
Well, Vince, Tree laid his hand down a minute ago when the chip leader came over the top of him. Now it's the short stack that's come over the top of him.
It's good karma. I raised the shit out of a big hand.
And then I re-raised it to show you that I had a bigger hand.
Yeah, but you lie a lot.
Oh, it's coming back to bite me.
JC Moussa would like to see Wing wing his cards right into the muck.
I think we're coin flipping here.
Maybe.
Never been so wrong. You're way out in front.
Oh, Tree's going to make the call. This could spell doom for JC Moussa here.
What took you so long?
Big difference in prize money between 5th place and 1st, over $1.4 million. So a lot on the line right now for JC Moussa.
Flop comes up 10-6 deuce. No help for JC Moussa.
JC's going to have to catch a 9 to take the lead. 2 running cards to make it straight.
Here comes the turn card.
Well, King of Hearts. Now that eliminates one of the outs for JC there. The 9 of Hearts will not win the pot for him now. So he's got to catch one of the other 2 9s. Otherwise, he's going to be out in 5th place.
Going down to the river. Can JC get
5
lucky?
of Hearts. So Tree has made a heart flush. He is going to win this pot.
So no luck for the cash game player, JC Moussa, out in 5th place, picking up $321,000. Guess he can afford to get that other arm inked up.
I thought I actually had the best hand when he took so long to call that size hand.
We are down to 4 players at the LA Poker Classic. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour. What are you talking about?
Well, Vince, his plan is very simple. Just keep firing at the pots. That's his plan. He's got no other plan that I've seen, but give him credit for that. He is not afraid to put his chips out there.
He's a tough player. Back to the felt we go. Andras with a quick fold. And now Dr. Gevork with a king-jack with the button. He's going to raise.
He's going to be feeling left out of the action here so far.
Yeah,
he's finally going to get in it and raise with a king-jack.
Makes it 175 to go.
She looks down at a nonchalant 6 deuce.
500.
But he's going to come over the top, make it 500,000 to go. This guy is unbelievable.
He really is. Raymond Dolan going out, so it's back on Dr. Gevork.
You can just see the frustration in his face. His face is actually turning red here out of aggravation. The way these guys are gambling it up here at this final table. He's going to make the call and look at a flop, though.
King-jack versus 6 deuce. Here we go.
Here comes the flop. Well, it's 9-5 deuce with 2 diamonds, so Tree is flop bottom pair here.
No luck for Dr. Gevork. And Tree is first to act.
You re-raise with a 6 deuce. You hit bottom pair. What do you do now?
How much do you have left, George?
I don't think you put your opponent on a big pair here because he didn't raise you back before the flop. So maybe you just put him on 2 big cards like he's got.
There's Dr. Gevork's family in the audience. He's a local, tough professional.
All in.
But Tree is going to go all in with this.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Just a great bet here by Tree. No way he can get called by Gevork. The aggravation and frustration continues for Gevork at this final table.
oh boy. He's finally going to muck his hand. It's like Dr. Gevork would just like to exterminate himself here. Just can't make anything happen.
Big hand, man. Big hand. I was just afraid you might suck on
Vance,
me.
what about this venture capitalist from Canada? This guy is an amateur player, got in this tournament on a $1,000 satellite. The venture capitalist he's risked for this tournament is going to prove to be very worthwhile wherever he finishes.
Back to Raymond Dolan's hand. This time he's going to squeeze a 10-7. Elects to fold. And now the Hungarian beach boy, Andras with a king-10.
Well, another guy that's a very aggressive player. And he's going to fire it up here. Makes it 180,000 to go. Gevork wings his cards back into the muck.
Yeah, Mr. Wing with a jack-9.
Does he know that you're allowed to fold? You know?
He's impressive.
He has just come to play.
No, he doesn't know that concept. He's called it. Let's see if he gets lucky. Flop is 9-7-4, all hearts. Tree wing with the 9s. Tree checked it. And now Andras with nothing hitting there. He's going to make the continuation bet, 285.
Vince Tree's got the kind of hand that most people are just going to check raise right here with this hand. You've got top pair and a flush draw.
But no, he's just going to call it.
And now the deuce of hearts comes off. So he has the best hand with the flush. Has his opponent drawing dead, but I'm sure he doesn't know that. See what he's going to do here with the jack high flush. He's going to check.
Now the Hungarian gets none of that, but he's riffling chips. Does he dare?
Well, the ever aggressive Hungarian looks like he's going to fire again, Vince.
Oh!
Well, he's fired shell number 2 here. Bluffing this pot, 480,000 this time.
Just hoping against hope that Wing has no heart and will disappear into the night.
might be saying, well, there's only 3 cards can beat him, the ace, king, or queen of hearts. But if you're sitting there with a jack high flush, you're saying, what else can this guy be betting but a big heart?
480.
480.
He's either
Call.
bluffing or he's got me dead.
He's making this call.
Well, what a great call by Tree here. Just reading Andras as a bluffer. And now the queen of diamonds comes off. So nothing has changed. Tree has the best hand with the jack high flush, but let's see what's going to happen on this street.
Tree is going to check again. Say it ain't so.
Unbelievable.
He's going to load up again.
The European is going for another load of chips, it looks like. He is going to fire a 3rd shell at this pot on a bluff. Forget the shell, it's artillery here, over $1 million bet.
This incredible heart by Andras, the Hungarian. But this is not an easy call by Tree. What will he do?
Very tough call to make, Vince. More than half the chips he's got left.
Call.
And he is going to make the call.
gonna do it.
Well, Andras has just folded his hand as soon as he said call. Talk about Hart making the bet. What about Hart making the call with the jack high flush?
I don't have to show, right?
Tree says, do I have to show mine?
The guy mucked his cards. The answer is no.
But that is the call of the night. So well done by Tree Wing. To Tree or not to Tree, he has the answer. Big pot for Tree. 4 players remaining here on the World Poker Tour, and we're coming back for more. Biggest and the best. A lot of fun here, but right now the guys that are having fun are guys that are going after the millions here tonight. Let's go back down to the table, see what happens next.
Well, 2 of these 4 players will become poker-made millionaires tonight. The winner taking home nearly 1.8 million. The runner-up getting also over $1 million.
Action on the 23-year-old Raymond Dolan. Peeks down at a jack-9.
He's under the gun, meaning he's first to speak. Just has a jack-9 offsuit, but looks like he's going to play this hand, Vince. Indeed he is. Comes out betting 200,000.
Into the Hungarian. Quickly folds his hand, and now Dr. Gevork with a king 10 of spades.
Well, he's just seeing these guys raise all the time, so he's finally going to make a stand and see a flop here with the king 10 of spades.
Doesn't raise. Let's face it, the man's tighter than the back seat of a Yugo.
Tree amazingly goes out in rare times. And the flop comes queen 4 deuce with 2 diamonds. No help to either player.
Check.
Gevork checks. Looks like Raymond's going to make the continuation bet. 220,000.
Oh boy.
That's going to get the job done most likely. You can just see the frustration on Gevork's face here.
Can't make anything happen. We're all picking on him, and he goes out.
Right now he's got to feel like a pinata, Vince. The way they're all hitting on him all the time here, looks like. If there's a case where the guy that's leading out and doing the betting has the advantage, because most likely your opponent's not going to hit the flop. When he doesn't hit it, if you bet, tough for him to call. That was the case right there.
All right, the venture capitalist going out on this hand. And now Raymond also folding. And Andras looks down at a queen jack.
All in.
Well, he's going all in.
Oh, wow.
More frustration for Gevork. Not only does he not pick up a hand, his opponents are moving in on him now. Of course, there is no defense against the all-in bet. You have to have a hand to play against it. Doesn't matter who you are.
Right out of the gate, Andras now, the Hungarian, picking up a pair of 7s.
He's got the 2 walking sticks, as we say. There's the Hungarian beach club, as you like to call them.
And Andras has raised to 180. Dr. Gevork out.
The Tree Wing has picked up a pair of 5s. Better be a little careful here. He's been very, very aggressive so far. And usually aggressive with very bad hands. Here he's got a pair, but just opts to call.
Into Raymond. Just got a jack 8.
I feel like he's priced in right now. It cost him 100,000 to call, but there's 480,000 in the pot. So he's getting a good price to call. He does so, and we have 3-way action.
Yep. The kid's going to speculate, and it's going to pay off. He hit a pair of 8s right there.
But It's come 8-6-3. Action is on tree right now. He's going to check his 2 5s.
Raymond also checking.
Now he's checking to the ever-aggressive Hungarian. But if I was sitting in Andras' seat right now and had a pair of 7s and my opponent's checked me with this board, I would bet. I think 2 7s are probably the best hand here, the way the betting's gone.
Well, he's betting 300,000. A tree wing with the pair of 5s.
Well, tough decision for Tree. He's seen this guy bluff time and time again. Is he just making a continuation bet? Well, perhaps because there's 3 players in the pot, he's going to get away from his hand, and a good laydown by Tree there.
There's Raymond's family, Tim Fan and brother.
A raise.
And he's going to raise. Do what your bro said to do.
Yeah, he's flop top pair, so he's just check raising here.
Trap your man. You got your 8s. And he's going to put it up to 750,000 to go. That's one cold bowl of goulash, if you ask me, for the Hungarian.
I bet you just don't know if you're sitting there with 2 7s. You say to yourself, what the guy really called a raise before the flop with just an 8 in his hand?
Well, he likes to protect his mid pairs, doesn't trust anyone, this Hungarian. He's going to make the call.
Deuce of clubs comes off. Action back on Raymond. He's going to check. And Andras checks right behind him. Now a queen comes off. Again, no help to either player. Raymond checks the 2 8s.
8.
Andras checks right behind him, and Raymond Dolan is going to take this pot down.
23-year-old's getting closer to taking home $1.8 million. Will he do it? We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
4 players left.
You can see Raymond Dolan now our chip leader with 6.2 million in chips. The blinds are going up to 50 and 100,000, Mike.
Well, Raymond, the youngest player at the table. His brother Tim Fan staked him in this event, and here he is with 4 players left as our chip leader.
To the action we go. Gevork quickly folding, and Tree Wing ever aggressive with just 10-9. Just going to call this time. Now it's on the young restaurant manager Raymond Dolan. He's got a king 10. Youngest of 10 children. He's our chip leader, and he just calls as well. And Andras with a 6-5 of clubs.
Andras has the suited connectors. He's in the big blind. Nobody raised it yet, so he says, okay, let's have a flop. Again, we have 3-way action. Flop comes queen, 6 deuce.
Andras getting a piece of that with the 6s.
Now action's on Raymond, he checks.
Andras not going to bet his 6s, and Tree content to see the turn card. It's a deuce of spades, pairs the board.
So Andras still out in front with 2 pairs, 6s and deuces.
Raymond Dolan, though, with nothing, going to bet.
He's got the king high.
175,000.
And he's quickly called by Andras. Tree is going to get out of their way.
Down to the river we go.
Oh, no, another 6 comes off.
Perfect card for Andras, hits full house. 6 is full. Raymond checks to him.
Certainly he's going to bet 6 is full.
Yeah, 375,000.
If you're sitting in Raymond's seat, you're saying, you know, the guy didn't bet on the flop with the queen. He's so aggressive. He would have bet a pair, wouldn't he, on the flop if he'd have had one.
What are you trying to say? You should make this call?
I'm trying to say that even though he just has a king high here, I could see where he could think it'd be the best hand.
He'd like to be a hero, make his brother proud, but this time he's made this call. It's a bad one.
Unfortunately for him, the Hungarian at 6 is full and is going to take down this pot.
A little revenge there for Andras. He needed that.
Well, because this guy is so aggressive, Vince, you make calls like that. You know, aggressive players, as you know, get paid off a lot more in the river when they bet than tight players do.
All right, Raymond smarting a little bit, folds his hand. And now back on Andras. He quickly folds as well. Now Dr. Gevork with an ace-10.
Going
all in with the short stack. And the beat is Tree Wing. Tree has an ace-7 of clubs.
How much?
You know this guy's the tightest player at the table, Vince, but still, he's liable to make this move with king-queen or king-jack suited.
That's a pretty big bet.
You have a good hand.
You have a good hand?
Yes.
I have a pretty decent hand too.
Dr. Gevork trying to be honest, saying I have a very good hand.
Well, Tree always likes to ask him what they have. Does a lot of table talk.
If you double me up, best.
I don't want to double you up is the problem. Call.
Wow, he's made the call.
Just after he made the speech, he didn't want to double him up. He makes a call, and most likely will double him up. As Gevork well out in front with the ace-10 against the ace-7. 10.
Gevork loving this.
Well, that's as bad as everything's gone for Gevork so far at this final table. All that could be amended right here if he doubles up. Well, the flop comes king 6-4 with 2 clubs. And Gevork is frowning because his opponent now has an ace-high flush draw and a backdoor straight draw.
Yes, he has. The doctor has to sweat out 2 cards to double up. Tree Wing with a good flop. Here comes the turn card.
With the 3 of spades comes off. Now this gives Tree more outs. He now has a straight draw as well. He can win the pot with a 5, a 7, or a club.
Going to the river, and Dr. Gevork, making his first real killing of the evening, takes down that pot.
Well, for all the pain and misery he's been through, 1 all-in double up makes up for it all, Vince. So Gevork sits back down. We still have 4 players left in contention for the nearly $1.8 million first place prize and then coveted WPT title.